Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. One of the simplest and most obvious observations that absolutely anybody can make anywhere on this Earth, that there is no science whatsoever to back up the claim that we are living on a spinning ball Earth and are stuck to it with gravity, is the fact that water will always flow down a slope or a curve. No matter how much or how little water is involved, or how steep or gentle any curve of the surface, water will always flow down any curve. The idea that a force of gravity makes water stick to a spinning ball Earth is just a figment of mathematicians' imaginations. The default argument that gravity exists is to observe what happens to liquids in zero-G environments, or free fall. Just like raindrops falling through the sky, this sphere of water, held together with its own surface tension, is said to be proof that water will cling to the outside of a spinning ball Earth and curve around it, because, we are told, the Earth is falling around the Sun through the infinite vacuum of space. We are also told that it is the force of gravity pulling everything to the center of the alleged globe Earth that makes liquids settle in layers on the Earth, and that falling at a rate faster than gravity can keep up will cause the liquids not to form layers, demonstrated here by some university students on a vomit comet. Here we see a density tower with liquid in layers acting as they usually do on the Earth, but when the aircraft goes into free fall, the liquids of different densities that usually keep them separate mix together. But really, these compartmentalized experiments and observations do not fit together in the bigger picture of the heliocentric model of a spherical Earth spinning and falling around a massive sun due to gravity. We are taught to believe that the Earth is a sphere of a specific mass compared to something like the Moon or the Sun, which causes this force of gravity to pull everything down towards the center of the alleged ball Earth at a rate of 9.8 meters per second squared, which is about 195 kilometers an hour or 122 miles per hour, regardless of the mass of the object being dropped, as demonstrated in vacuum chambers, in which a feather and a heavy ball will fall at the same rate. However, this constant rate of acceleration straight down for solid objects of a fixed mass that have already been lifted up in the medium of air can be put down to the fact that the air, or a vacuum, is less dense than anything else, so everything will fall through it at the same rate of speed. It does not have to have anything to do with the mass of the Earth beneath it. And it has never ever been scientifically proven that down is towards the center of the ball Earth in all directions, rather than just straight down through the medium in which the object is dropped. So, keeping in mind that liquids will not settle in layers of density when they are in free fall at a speed downwards of 195 kilometers an hour or 122 miles per hour. Well, let's compare that with the globe Earth's alleged orbital speed, or free fall, around the Sun, which is said to be 30 kilometers a second, or 108,000 kilometers an hour, or 70,000 miles per hour. This assumption, based on calculations made to fit the heliocentric model rather than actual measurements which have never ever been made, would mean that the Earth itself is falling at a rate many times greater than the rate of acceleration downwards required to make liquids not settle. This would logically conclude that if the Earth was in free fall around the Sun, liquids on the Earth would never ever settle, because the Earth is said to be falling at a rate of acceleration greater than that of gravity, just as we see in the Vomit Comet. In other words, the fact that liquids of different densities will settle in layers of density on the Earth, and when they are dropped at a rate of acceleration that exceeds the rate at which they would fall due to gravity, means that the Earth is in fact stationary. If the Earth was moving, everything on the Earth would also be in free fall, because the Earth and everything on it would be falling at a rate faster than gravity could keep up. Thank you very much.